Hello and welcome. I recently purchased the Let's Resin Magic Pourer. It's a new product by them. I believe it's supposed to be representative of, let's say, Jesmonite or Resin. I will say the first piece of magic here was trying to figure out how to open this box. I don't think I did it accurately, but I'm going to go ahead and open it. I only got this side off so that I could get this started, but I have not actually looked at the product inside yet. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this and open to see what's in here. Alright, so it looks like it comes with just a bucket and the instructions. Okay, so it comes with this bucket that does say powder to water, or for every 3 powder, 1 water. So I'm presuming that all that's in this bucket is the powder. And it does come with these instructions here. It says that it's self-leveling, easy to mix, self-degassing. Apparently it's very white. It does say that it can be mixed with mica and glitter, but you shouldn't put too much. It is not suitable for resin pigment. It says it's fragile once it's initially demolded. Has a 1-year shelf life. Alright, and then so basically it's just telling you how to do it. So you're going to put the water, weigh your powder, then you're going to pour it into the cup containing the powder. So you're going to pour the water into the powder. Stir quickly for about 30 seconds, and then quickly pour into the mold and wait 30 minutes. Okay, so that's actually different than Jesmonite. Typically, you pour the powder into the liquid. On this one, it's telling you to pour the water into the powder. So that will be different. And that's all the instructions it has. I'm going to presume it's probably similar to plaster, considering the way that they're telling you to do the powder water aspect, or let's even say cement, as opposed to the Resin or Jesmonite, because with those you pour the powder into the liquid. With cement, I usually pour the water into the powder. So it seems to be similar methodology as that. I'm going to go ahead and open the bucket. It has this little tab things over here. That thing's on there good, I will tell you that. Alright, inside of the bucket has a measuring cup and a lot of powder. Now, you can always opt to open this and pour the powder directly into the bucket. You can leave it in the plastic. Completely personal choice. I typically leave it in the plastic. It probably would be easier if I poured it in the bucket, but I just feel like once I'm able to push the plastic down as well, it just gives it like a double seal between that and the lid. But again, it's personal preference. So I am going to get what I need to mix this, and I will be right back. Okay, I have everything I need to actually start mixing. I'm not going to add any pigment to start. I just want to try the product. So I have this small mold, no bigger than my hand. Alright, I'm going to start with the powder. I'm just going to go ahead and pull some from the bucket and put it in my cup to start before I put it on the scale. Actually, no. I need to tear this. Alright. And now I'm going to continue putting some powder into my cup. I'm going to do 160 grams. Alright, and then I'm going to put my other empty one, and so it's a 1-to-3 ratio, so it's about 54 grams on the water. Alright, and now I'm ready to start mixing. I will say initially it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough water, just looking at it visually, but once you actually start pouring it in the cup, it almost like disappears. The powder like almost disappears into the water. What you want to do is really concentrate on making sure it's getting all the way down to the bottom, since we are pouring the water into the powder. Now I didn't notice a working time. It just said mix for 30 seconds and pour immediately. So I'm just going to make sure I go quickly, but I also want to make sure that I stir it well. Alright, and so the 160 made almost 110 milliliters of product. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into this mold. I have no idea if it's enough or not, but we'll find out. That actually turned out to be the perfect amount. I don't know how I got that lucky. Wow. That never happens. Okay, and the product did state that it's a self-degas. So I'm not going to put it on my vibration plate or anything like that. It doesn't even seem like I'm seeing any bubbles, which is interesting. Maybe one over there. It's very liquidy. I don't know if you can tell on the video. So I'm not comfortable shaking it around just because it's very loose. It's not like Jesmonite where it's a little thicker and you have some type of consistency to it. This is very much like water. So I'm just going to leave it alone, see what happens. It states that you can demold in 30 minutes. So I will come back in 30 minutes and see if it's ready. I'm back. It's been probably closer to an hour than a half an hour since I finished pouring this. So I'm going to go ahead and demold. Alright, and that's the back side, and here's the front. Okay, I can definitely see where there's a couple of spots here where it didn't degas, and right there. that's very minimal for this type of product. And I'm sure I could use a sanding twig and fix that. Let me grab one. It still seems rather malleable right now. It also kind of feels a little wet, but it is cured. Okay, and the sanding twig helped quite a bit to fix these little spots. I'm going to let it finish curing. If I still see anything, then I will sand that at that time. But it looks good. It is a very good white. I'll give it that. Here's the lid that it came with. It's white, so you can see it is rather white. I'm not going to test the strength on it by like trying to snap it, because it did say on the instructions that it isn't at its highest strength right away. It doesn't say how long before it is, but I'll just presume it's like plaster, so probably 3 days will be, you know, a good time to check the strength. From what I can gather, this says it's a mesh 2000, which means that it had to pass through a mesh screen that, you know, was very fine. And I think plaster usually passes through like a 100 or a 200 mesh. So I'm going to guess that the difference between this product and plaster is how fine the granulars are, which is also why it comes out to look so smooth. Because it does come out extremely smooth. Not sure yet about the durability, but think about what you would use plaster for anyway, and if you need something that's going to give an extremely smooth finish, this might be a better product to go with than plaster. I'm curious to know how it reacts to, I have like the buonite pigments, and then I do have the jesmonite pigments too, so I can try a mixture of those, see how they work out, and if they take, and what happens. And I'll try that in another video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and press the bell to be alerted to future videos.